Hey everyone, it's Sando, and we are only a few days away from release. This seems to be a video everybody's talking about out there, but with good reason. The more we can help out the community, the better. So I'm gonna go over a few things that I wish I knew before I started playing Lost Ark and hope it'll help you guys not make the same mistakes that I did. First of all, I want to talk about the value of engravings. Since we are getting tier 3 on release, it is worth noting that I underestimated how powerful engravings could be. I had a good set effect, was good enough item level, and I knew all the battle mechanics of the dungeon, but I kept getting rejected when I tried to apply to parties due to my engravings. In the endgame, that is the one thing people look for. They are the #1 priority and make all the difference. So definitely focus on engravings first before stats and sets. Obviously, in tier 1 and tier 2, this won't be a priority, but once you hit tier 3, your goal should be to have at least a minimum of 3 level 3 engravings. Peons are a currency that I spent without thinking, and it came to bite me in the endgame. Peons are used when purchasing items from the bid section in the marketplace. The higher the item level of the item, the more peons required to purchase or bid on them. I was using peons like no tomorrow, purchasing accessories that I was going to replace in the future, not knowing that I would need the peons to get my engravings to level 3 and have perfect stats much later into the game. Definitely save your peons for tier 3 content. Another thing to note, since we're talking about the auction house, in particular rings and earrings. You cannot equip 2 of the same ring or earring if they have the same name. Don't make the mistake of purchasing a pair that has the same name and finding out the hard way. Needless to say, a lot of gold was lost. The shortcuts on the side are great, especially the party finder. You don't have to physically be in front of the instance content board to apply to parties or make a party. You can simply open up the party finder anywhere in the world except for some islands, queue up and enter any instance with a group. It's great. If you do not see the shortcuts on the side, you can modify it by pressing on the menu button. Speaking about instance content, the towers have great rewards when you complete them, but did you know only the first character you do this tower with gets these rewards? If you try to do it again with another character, you will find out that the rewards have changed to upgrade materials instead. Since most of the first time clear rewards are account wide, it is not a bad idea to do the first clears with your alt character and then switch to your main character and get upgrade materials to help funnel your main character. Another thing I wish I knew earlier was upgrade material rewards by doing island quests. This quest can give you a huge boost from tier 1 to tier 3 and no one really talks about them. These rewards are meant as a catch-up mechanic in other regions, however, seeing how we'll have tier 3 available right from the get-go, it'll be weird not to have these rewards available as well. I will have detailed videos on tier 1 and tier 2 islands and their quests soon, so stay tuned. I know there's a few people out there that didn't know about the ferry system, including myself, and it can save you lots of time in the long run. Every main continent will have a taxi NPC in the continent's port location. For a small fee, you can choose to head anywhere in the world, and it'll only take about a minute. Incredibly useful, especially if you do not have Bifrost slots. Another thing I'll mention is alts. You might be hearing all around the place that you need alts to progress and are gonna fall behind if you don't have alts. Well, this is somewhat true in the long run. I tested playing one character for about 2 months and was completely fine all the way to super endgame content. Would an alt make it easier? Yeah, it would have, and it would have gave me more game time as well. But because I didn't have an alt, I could focus on all the other aspects of the game, such as account rewards, that would benefit all of my characters, including any future characters I made. But you know what, guys? We are getting knowledge transfer confirmed on release, so everyone will have access to making alts without spending hours. So even if you can still play the game without alts, now that this system is confirmed, I highly recommend making alts and using them whenever you're ready to play them. One of the funnel benefits from having an alt is gem transfers. You can use the gems you acquired from your alt and put it into your storage for your main character to use. Doesn't matter if your alt is not the same class as your main, this works. Get the gems from the storage and fuse them. The moment you combine the gems, the result will be a gem for the class you are currently using. Alright, let's go to the last one. This one will be for when we get legion raids and powerful set effects. Foods. Yes, there's foods available in the game and they'll give you crazy boosts and buffs. Let's take a class that uses mana for example. The meta will most likely be using the set effect that reduces mana cost and increases overall damage. But you can be even stronger than that. You can choose to go for an off-meta set effect that is stronger. And you might have some mana issues, but you can counter this by using food. Food usually lasts long enough for a raid until you die. So definitely worth looking into it because nobody does this and you will 100% stand out. Okay, that is just some of the things I wish I knew before I started playing Lost Ark. I do have 2 videos with great tips and tricks if you want to go check them out. I can see the end of the tunnel now, guys. We are getting there. I hope to see you all in game soon. Peace out.